Hey guys, how you going? This is Brad here. Just doing a quick review video of a car that I built. Now, this is you can probably see the Tamiya Monaro body shell. I had the wheelie version of this, and what I've done is I've put the body shell on a Pajero Monaro, and the car's obviously been discontinued now. I'm sure you guys know that. And what I've done is added a lot of little extras to be able to sort of fit this onto this body, so I can give that sort of look of the old Pajero from Tamiya. Now, I don't have a lot of cash or anything like that, so I just did a little build. Now, the Pajero Monaro is a little 1/14 rally car, and it usually comes with a brushless motor. It's up to 3S, it absolutely flies. But I've completely changed everything out, ripped all the motor out. Most of the components are gone except for the basic chassis, because I wanted to make this into a crawler, and the little tiny 380 size brushless motor, or I think they're smaller than 380, sorry, correct me if I'm wrong, but when it was set up, it had a very small spur gear on it, a very small pinion gear, and it was really only built for speed. Now, I did try it with the brushless system, and it just didn't work too well. It was very glitchy because it was, I think, a 4200 kV motor. But anyway, I'm not going to crap on anymore. I'll just show you this car. Now, it's got SEX10 shocks from Axial. I've got a few crawlers here, and you can see it's like super plush. It's super soft every direction it wants to go in, which is kind of good, because when you accelerate it sort of kicks back a little bit, and when you brake it noses forward, and when it stops it sort of gives a bit of a jiggle, which is really cool. Now, the reason it's doing all that is because of the weight of the body. This is a hard plastic body, and yeah, I had to dial the shocks up a little bit because it is so heavy. These shocks are really built for a Lexan body, not really meant to support the weight of the body. It's more just for the truck and for crawling and things like that. What can I tell you about it? It's running I'll just take the lid off quickly. So there's a lot of wiring in this, because I've got a lot of little components set up. It looks like an absolute bird's nest at the moment, but I know where all the wires go. I can really tell where everything goes. Yes, that is a big speaker, because we're running a sound unit as well, which is the V8 big block sound unit. And yeah, so I've made a little custom bash plate for it, and that little hole there actually adjusts the servo saver, and that's the screw that goes directly into the servo. I had to put it upside down just because of the layout of the Monaro. It wasn't really built to take a large scale servo like the 1/10 servos, so it's really bulky and big inside. But you know, apart from the looks on the inside, the outside, it looks good, I believe. It's a little bit long for this particular body. Just move it back for you. It's a little bit long for this particular body, but honestly, I think it's pretty damn close. Like, this is a 1/10 scale car with sort of a 1/14 scale body, or yeah, about a 1/14 scale body. The car underneath, the chassis, as I said to you, is a 1/14 scale. So I thought it'd be pretty damn close, and it really is. It crawls really well. I tried locking the diffs, but it didn't actually lock too well, because the diffs are so small and you're putting a lot of power through those diffs. It sort of overheated the motor. It caused a lot of problems. So I just unlocked all the diffs, and I found that it actually wanted to travel a lot better. if you just blip the throttle, it tends to grab both wheels anyway. Like it'll still climb up things, but it's more of a trail car. It really absorbs the bumps really well. It can travel up quite high angles. A lot of the weight is in the body, which kind of makes it very top heavy. But I'm running a waterproof ESC. Don't know if you can see that through there. Just an eBay special. It's quite a good one. I think it cost me about $30, free delivery. And then I'm running an axial receiver just there, and a Metal Gear servo at the back. And this is a 35 turn motor, and it's just a brushed motor, and I've custom built the top plate so it's a lot stronger. Now that actually sits over the original plastic plate, and really that plate is only to give it a little bit extra sturdy support. Now the reason I've got all the wires up the top, you may be asking, it seems a bit funny to have all the wires up there, but it makes it very convenient because I had to put these bars in the top here because I noticed that the car was sort of flexing in like that. Like you'd go up a hill and it'd flex in, and then the spur gear would, spur and pinion would separate, and it'd just cause a hell of a lot of problems. I put these spars in here. They're just copper spars, and it tend to really support it well, and there's not much movement anymore. Now I'll just turn it on for you and show you what it's all about. And so I'll just flick this one on, so that's just on as normal. Then you turn the sound unit on, which starts the engine. And basically it all runs, just got the axial fly sky receiver, and it all runs with the sound of the motor to the turns of the motor, because it's all hooked in. Now it sounds really loud because when the shocks aren't compressed, the dog bones sag too low, so they sort of rattle in and out a little bit. And what you want it to do is, when it's actually sitting down, it'll give it a bit more pressure on them, which will bring those dog bones straight back up, and it runs a lot better from there. When it gets too hot, I've got a little system worked out. If I just turn the unit off here, you can turn it around. It's got a little switch here which runs this fan at the front, which is just a propeller fan for a little RC plane. And what you do is you flick the switch, and that keeps it nice and cool. So yeah guys, so there's the little Pajero that I made from scratch, and I hope to show you the next build that I've got coming up soon. See ya.